money that you receive comes from the money that the agent's already paying the eXp. They're not paying extra.
$2,700 was my last one, so close to $3,000. I definitely have goals. It's just an explosion of success. That really made me see a whole different perspective when you're attracting. So I think that's the beauty of RevShare, and that's the beauty of eXp, because if they grow, I grow.
That makes perfect sense. You didn't want to pour from an empty cup. Is eXp a scam? I'm sitting here today with Miss Posh Barby, Edna Hernandez. Edna, how long have you been with eXp?
I joined 12/12 of 2023.
Okay.
11 months.
11 months, yeah. So not even a year.
Not even a year yet. We're almost there.
And how long into your journey of being with eXp did you decide that agent attraction was something you were interested in?
When I joined eXp, the main purpose was definitely not attracting. You know, it's one of those things that when I joined eXp was more for the support, all the benefits of being with eXp, but I quite didn't really understand what RevShare was. So definitely wasn't the main thing why I joined eXp was not agent attraction.
So for everyone watching, what is RevShare? What is that?
So it means practically that when you bring people to your organization, a very simple way to explain it, out of their typical split, you get portion of that. So as you build and you help and you support, it's a great way that you can also make another stream of income as a realtor.
The money that you receive comes from the money that the agent's already paying the eXp. They're not paying extra.
They're not paying extra. There's no your typical team splits or extra splits. And I think that's where people don't understand. Even though as eXp is very popular and rapidly growing, I think some people still don't understand the RevShare system or model, that it's out of your 20% you pay, it gets divided among your organization. That's what it's called, RevShare.
And how many agents have you attracted to eXp as of today, October 25th, 2024?
As of today, 15.
And what does that mean in terms of RevShare? How much is that?
Well, it varies, but as the numbers keep adding up, we're talking about $2,000. $2,700 was my last one.
Wow.
So close to $3,000 a month of just,
And are you having to coach these agents?
Not necessarily, because I am not a coach.
Yeah.
I do provide support, right, as collaboration, as partners. Because when you sponsor someone, it's more like a partnership that you build with people.
So if you keep at it this way, what is your goal for RevShare?
I definitely have goals. The next goal is 5K. We're aiming for 5K a month.
Okay.
Then, of course, probably we'll move to 7 and 10 a month. But we're talking about within a year from now. We're not talking about 2-3 years from now. Of course, the sky is the limit, and we're talking about big numbers. But for right now, that's what we're doing. That's what we're trying to focus, 10K a month.
So one more year and you'll be at 10K a month in RevShare.
Yes.
If you came from teaching, right?
Yes. I was a teacher.
Were there any opportunities for you to passively earn $10,000 a month?
Of course not. I mean, I love teaching. I respect my former, colleagues in teaching, but definitely not.
And when you first started doing events and media I'm assuming that's how you started attracting agents. What were some fears that you had back then?
I didn't really know that it was going to be such a success. I just, we organized an event and I was expecting, 5, 10 people.
Right.
I was not really expecting anything. I was just being me and doing an event. But then we realized pretty soon that we had an opportunity, that events were successful and people were, getting value out of the events and seeing the value in our organization, and it just started growing.
But I'm aware that when you first started, maybe you had some fears like, am I being too pushy, or are they only thinking I'm going to recruit them? What were some things that maybe would come up for you that would make you a little uncomfortable?
Of course. I mean, the event part was easy. What I had a little bit of struggle, I would say a lot of struggle, was actually reaching really asking and really approaching people in a very firm way and say, well, I'm really extending you the invitation to join me. I think that was part of that I hesitated or had a hard time. But I'm a strong believer that when you know you have, let's say, a good product, or you offering generally, you know that you have a good partnership, that fear disappears. I think once I realized that I really had great partners behind me and that we were really providing true value to realtors, that vanished. And it was a whole different perspective of like, hey, I really got something good for you. I think you can really benefit out of that. And that really made me see a whole different perspective when you're attracting.
How long would you say that took for you to recognize that value? How long would you say?
About 5 months, 6 months. So when I got that check for the first time, I was like, oh, so they're telling me that I'm getting money every month.
Were you like, somebody gave you money and I don't know
why? So it was 600. Then the next month was like 900. So right now when I reflect on that and I'm like, so you're telling me that I'm making as much as a teacher made of doing all the hard work every day. Now, I'm not trying to put, teachers in any negative way. I'm just saying that when I compare, right, that the ability with RevShare to make money. Now, the beauty also, because I don't want it to be misunderstood, it's just about the money. I think it's the opportunity that also give you, like we mentioned about partnership and collaboration. And
because the better they do,
well, the better they do, the better I do as well. So I think that's the beauty of RevShare, and that's the beauty of eXp, that you really provide, that partnership, because if they grow, I grow. So it's on my best interest for them to grow as well.
So what do you look for in the people that you want to partner with?
To me, it's very important a person that has a really hustling mind, if I put it in this way. Someone that is a go-getter, someone that goes and get their goals, someone that is willing to put up the work, someone that is willing to grow and that wants to grow and wants to put the effort, because many people wants to grow, but they want all the benefits and not responsibilities.
So it sounds like you're looking for people who are similar to yourself. They're growth-minded.
Yes.
Makes sense.
I agree with
like attracts like.
Yes.
Can you explain what advice do you have for someone who's watching this that wants to become a strong network marketer like yourself, and maybe they've had some trouble attracting agents? What would be a piece of advice you would give them?
Well, first of all, you need to have the vision. The word of God says, without vision, the people of God will perish. So first you need to have a vision of what is it that you want your life to look like, what is it that you want to accomplish first as a person. Because you can't give what you don't have. So first you need to have a mindset, have your goals, have a vision, have a purpose. And once you have that, right, you start attracting to people and you pour into other people.
That makes perfect sense. You didn't want to pour from an empty cup.
No, it's like, when you're in a relationship and you're asking for someone to give you something that they don't have. So if you want something to grow, you want something to give, because when you bring people into the organization, you're going to have to provide some pour into somebody.
Yes.
So you need to have something to give. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. It's not going to grow.
Now, what goals do you have for your organization for 2025? What do you see for your organization, Edna?
I would like for us to be, my organization alone, 50 people.
So we're going to go from 15 to 65?
Hey, that would be great. We'll do our best to do that. I want them to really have a leadership mentality.
And you do. You have some incredible individuals that you've attracted who are really stepping up and proving themselves to be incredible leaders. Watching your group, you have Claudia Ramirez, you have Vivian Tejeda, and, Jennifer Garcia, Jennifer Ibarra. You have a lot of strong leaders.
They're not only just strong leaders, but they're top producers. These ladies are like top notch. So now nothing's going to stop them to really accomplishing their goals.
When you have a group of so many leaders and so many strong people, sometimes there is conflict, right? What are some of the ways, because I've seen you overcome that conflict and really be a strong leader to bring everyone together. What are some of the things that you've done to, take conflict and turn it into sisterhood?
I think one of the great things, you have to come from a humble place and be compassionate and understanding about people. If you as a leader think that you're always right or you have the right answer, it's just not gonna work either. If I want them all to be like me, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So here the point is to understand that we're all unique and special and we all have something amazing to offer. And understanding that if we put all of that together, it's just an explosion of success
and it just
grows together.
So unlike most organizations that always act like things are perfect all the time, it sounds like you're a little bit more real in your expectations of your partners.
Yeah.
That there is going to be conflict and you're going to work through it in a healthy manner.
Someone that says that is like any kind of relationship,
True.
The best marriage is the best partnership.
You fight and
there's gonna be differences.
Yeah.
We're not gonna look at eye to eye on everything, but that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
And that's the key, that everyone's different.
So knowing that you can unite so many different personalities and you always use conflict to be healthy. Are you, can I go on record saying that you're really looking for leaders and not followers for your organization?
Yes, leaders. Now,
so you heard that, ladies. If you've been looking for a home where maybe you typically feel like girls don't get me or they're not going to accept me because I'm strong, Edna wants you.
Yes, I want you. I need you. Let's work together. We need to remember that we need to step out of your comfort zone. And we are leaders, not followers. And that it's very important to step out of your comfort zone and do things that you don't dare to do on your typical day. And not to follow conventional mind visions. Dare to do something different.
For more tips and tricks and to get to know Edna better, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Edna, what's the best place for them to reach you?
Instagram. Go ahead and follow me at Posh Barby, POSHBARBY.
Thank you for joining us today, and we hope you got a lot of value out of this.
Thank you. Bye.